Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord. Listen, this message for those that the Lord is using to mentor, to lead, to shepherd His people, and I want to say this also to those that are being mentored and being shepherded. Spiritual warfare, as you know, is very real. It can play out in different ways. You can become extremely frustrated. You'll begin to sometimes you'll start feeling like depressed, but it's not really you that's depressed. You're dealing with those that you are covering. And let me say this: a lot of people want to step up real fast and start shepherding, step up real fast and start mentoring, and don't realize that sometimes you take on or you battle the personality of the one that you are mentoring. In other words, you're supposed to be interceding, and so the enemy begins to attack those that are protecting those until they get strong enough to stand on their own. If you are pouring out more than you pray, then you are putting yourself in a position to be wore out fast. I want to say this. A lot of times we have a whole lot to say about our pastors. We talk negative about those that we feel we can do better than until you get in their shoes. When you get in their shoes, you find out not only are they carrying the weight of their families, their own families, their marriage, but also the fellowship that they meant that they're shepherding, also the job that they are working. And so 24/7, the man, woman of God is under attack. Make sure, if you believe God is calling you to do the same thing as your pastor or somebody that is mentoring you, if you feel you're supposed to do the same thing, make sure your prayer life is stronger, or your closet life is on 100. And it says, and that you're praying more than you're pouring out, because if not, you'll become mean. If not, you become frustrated. If not, you'll start acting out because you can't handle that pressure. Mentally, God has to protect your mind. And so my hat goes off to those that are pouring out. It is so easy to talk about them until you start walking in their shoes. And I want to give a shout out to Bishop Jerry Carter. I want to give a shout out to Pastor Bell. And there's many more pastors. Trust me when I tell you, Pastor David Moore. These different men of God in the state of Indiana, in the city of Fort Wayne, that are pressing, and there are a lot more pastors. Okay, Pastor Anthony Payton. I really probably shouldn't have started calling out names, but these are the men that are coming, at the top of my brain. I want to encourage you and tell you, keep doing what you're doing. Bishop Jerry Carter raised me from I don't know when. But that man has dedicated his life to serving the Almighty Yahweh. Listen, if you're going to jump into this, man, you sure enough got to know who God is. Keep your mouth off of God's people, especially if you have not walked in their shoes. Remember, God's will always be done, but the question is, will it be done through you? Love you. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.